It's Chelsea Lately. Tonight, Mayor Bloomberg's interpreter has become a star. Octomom checks into rehab. Katie Holmes eats next to people dressed like Tom Cruise. And from the TV show Scandal, Kerry Washington is here. I saw Argo last night. Turns out it wasn't a pirate movie. It's Chelsea Handler.
He will be performing at the American Comedy Company in San Diego, November 8th through 10th. Chris Frangiola. At the LA Laugh Factory, November 5th, the Maryland Rice Cub. And at the South Point Casino in Vegas, November 23rd through the 25th, Josh Wolf. And say hello to my little Rubik's Cube, Chewy. So in all the media coverage, a new star has emerged from this hurricane, and she is Mayor Bloomberg's sign language interpreter. I don't know if you've seen this woman, but she's pretty passionate about signing. Her name is Lydia Callis, and some might say she editorialized a bit, but I really enjoyed her energy, and here's a tape of it.
It's as bad a storm as we have seen modern day. The difference is today we're prepared for it. In the olden days, you would have had lots of fatalities. I mean, we're not through this yet, but so far...
She's a little bit gangster and a little bit rock and roll. I liked it so much I decided to have my own interpreter help with this topic. Chewy, you could be an interpreter too. I mean, you wouldn't be a very good one because of your little...
Right.
Not because of your little nugget fingers, just because nobody could understand anything you say anyway.
Who's your lesbian friend? Yeah. I didn't know Kris Jenner was doing sign language now. What? She can't sign for us?
She doesn't. I think she's only signing for me. Anyway, the woman that does the sign language interpreting should get an endorsement deal for some hand lotion. At least. Do you notice Heather just does this at the end of everything?
And she does this a lot. She does this one a lot too. She goes like this.
Okay, you can go so other people can talk. Seriously.
That was a bigger disaster than the hurricane. Yeah.
What is it, Mary Lynn?
Yeah, I know you guys want to talk about your make-out sessions and stuff, but I want to talk about the sign language lady because I found her pretty sexy.
I did too.
And I even thought it was sexy when Heather was doing it, so I took it into the bedroom with my husband, and I was like, would you like to make love with me tonight in the room where we sleep? Let me make you a sandwich and pretend to be a schoolgirl.
I think it's great. I think it's about time deaf people had a little eye candy, you know? Before this lady, it was only Lou Ferrigno was the only... First of all...
I would like to say that I think there are a lot of good-looking deaf people out there. And so does Chris, and you would have sex with you don't know, I mean, you don't even know what you're saying. I'm trying to protect you from Twitter.
No, I didn't say deaf people were not attractive. I said that lady's attractive for deaf people to look at. I have had sex.
Much better, got it.
Yeah.
Jill, I did have sex in college with a deaf girl.
It's not funny,
Wait,
you guys. Not being able to hear is not funny. Can you imagine not being able to hear me screeching all the time?
Yes. But the bad part was because if she was doing something that I didn't like, I couldn't, there was no, at one point she was hurting me and I had to hold her head like a dog and I was going, no, no! Because I couldn't tell her any other way.
I've never had a guy have a problem telling me what to do in bed.
Like
She couldn't hear me!
Yeah, but... Okay, but since when do women, like, we hurt men in bed all the time?
Yeah, exactly. I tried to rape a man.
I don't want to get into the, because this is a family show. I don't want to get into the intricacies. But there are...
Right, we're just lying there with our ankles behind our ears.
No, but there are other things happening.
What are we doing?
There are other things happening during sex that may involve teeth and nails that are not good.
Didn't you have that happen to you? Something when someone bit you recently?
You know,
Chris gets up to some sick stuff on the weekends. He won't even tell me the stories because I get so disgusted by his behavior.
I get halfway through and Chelsea's like, all right, enough, enough. But people do some crazy stuff out there. I don't know what Josh goes through, but I go through some, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go through it. You voluntarily go through it. It's not like you're doing the world a favor and you're taking women off the streets and helping them. You're going out trying to find women to have sex with and then do dirty, dirty things with them.
well, to be fair, it's Chelsea. Sometimes he does take them off the streets.
Wait a minute, I thought we were talking about the hurricane here, people.